Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome to our class today, talking about health. All right. So this can be geared towards business English or normal English, whichever you prefer. We all travel. We go to different places. We do different things, and we can get hurt in any situation. We get hurt in our house when we walk outside the door. So we'll be talking about vocabulary. About different parts of your body, different symptoms you might have if you're not feeling well, kind of like Thomas today. Uh, and then we can maybe do some role play if we have time, doctor, nurse, patient kind of situations, or Thomas can do a real life situation too. So we'll just see. That's really great that Thomas isn't contagious. That's one really good thing about internet teaching or just classes online, is that I can be sick, someone else can be sick, and it doesn't matter. So good. Well, I do have not a PowerPoint, but the slides. We have some slides from Intenga, so I'm going to go ahead and get that for everyone. So we're all literally on the same page. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So everyone can see that. Oh, hold on. That's not the one I want quite yet. That's different. It's down here. It moved on me. Sorry. All of this moved on me. I think it's 13 is what I want. This one. Well, I did have it set here. It disappeared. So, okay, talking about health. Let's see. So this is geared more towards, you're in a different country, maybe you need some help. There's some symptoms. Okay. So it says, please read the following pamphlet for patients at a doctor's surgery and then answer the vocabulary questions. All right. So let me see who's all here. Well, Mark, why don't you go ahead and read this? We'll kind of go in the opposite order, and then Bob can read something that's why don't you read, well, the whole page. We'll start there. There's plenty to read today.
Sure. Okay. So from here, please read, or from here? Okay.
From the bold and underlined. Yep.
Okay. If you experience the following symptom, please consult your doctor immediately. Do you have more than one of these? A temperature, fever over 100. A temperature below 98.6 accompanied by shivering. Headache affecting your temples and forehead. Vomiting. Sore throat that is more painful than normal. Difficult with breathing, respiration. Cough that hurts your... I'm missing the last part.
Chest. Sorry, let me go ahead and move that. Do you see this
the cough
now?
that hurts your chest.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. So good. And I just wanted to point this out. This 100 is Fahrenheit. Okay, if no one caught that. And then the 98.6 is also Fahrenheit. In Celsius, 100, I don't even know. 100 might be 40 something. Does anyone know? Thomas? Oh, Thomas, you're mute. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yep. The reason I've muted myself is we have a bit of an echo on you. If you can turn your volume down, that might help, Rebecca, on your headphones just slightly.
Oh.
Because whatever is happening. Oh, who's left?
Well, is this any better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, okay, that's much better. I turned
it down. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a volume thing on my end. So I've learned something.
Well, if the louder your headphones are, the more likely they're gonna pick up the sound from me on your microphone, and then I have an echo.
Okay.
And it wasn't just me, it was Mark as well. You had an echo there. So I think it's 37. I mean, the temperature is anything over 37, 37.5. That's considered a temperature. Anything over 40 is starting to be something I mean, up to 39, I would say, well, you can treat it yourself. If it's over 40, I would start being a little bit concerned. And if I had a temperature once of 41, it gets into the dangerous level.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help. I'm still not fantastic at all of my Fahrenheit versus Celsius situation here. And do you say Celsius or centigrade? Because I've heard centigrade, and I was like, you're translating that from Spanish. And I learned that basically Celsius is more American. So, well, I shouldn't say that. I only know Celsius. So that's why I'm saying it's more American.
Well, I would use both, and both would be understandable in English anyway. So I don't think it makes a huge difference. I might be wrong, but I would use both.
Okay. All right, good. Well, now I have a question for everyone else. Does everyone understand these words? We have fever, which is, the temperature. Shivering. Does everyone understand what shivering is? Or can someone describe it?
I think that was more a horse than shivering.
I heard a horse. I didn't hear shivering. Maybe describe it with a word.
I think shivering is a shaking body because of the usual low temperature.
Thank you, Ken. Yep, shivering. Yeah, Anna, like shaking. Goosebumps. Goosebumps are the little things that you get on your arm when something happens. It could be that your body is changing temperature quickly, okay? And so then I feel that I get goosebumps when that happens, or when you go into a really cold room and your body just kind of shakes. So those are goosebumps. Are there any other words for goosebumps?
I think it's an old animal response, if I remember right. And
Really?
actually, the idea is that when animals get cold, their hair stand on edge, don't they? Their hair stand up to protect themselves from the cold. So obviously, that doesn't happen with us anymore, but or it doesn't have the same effect. But I think that's where goosebumps actually come from.
Well, that's interesting. I know actually I've read when you are swimming for a long period of time and your fingers look like raisins, that's actually because so you can grip in the water. So something's like really flat, it has some kind of like ridges there. I've learned that, and I thought that was actually interesting. It's funny what our body does. We don't know why. So good. All right, well, headache, I'm sure we all know what headache is, and we've all had them. Vomiting is not a fan. I just ate lunch, so that's not a favorite word right now. Sore throat is what I was saying I had before. It's just dry, a little sore. Difficulty with breathing, I would say, is understandable. And cough. Thomas, do you have a cough right now? So Thomas,
I'm not going to demonstrate it.
That'll happen naturally later. Okay. Perfect. So let's go to the next page here. All right. So this is a little bit more vocabulary. I think, yeah, we don't need that part. So this we can kind of do together. Can you see? You probably can't see the bottom, can you? No. With is the last part. That's okay. So can anyone, maybe Anna, do you want to help us with fever? And can you tell us which one A through F is the correct answer? Good. Do you want to read it?
Fever, you get very hot.
All right. Very good. So Ken, can you do shivering for us? Let me highlight.
Shivering. Where is that? Yeah, you get very cold. Yes, A.
Good, yep. That's fine. Mark, can you go ahead and do the headache? I'm assuming, Thomas, this is too easy for you, or would you like to be tested today?
I was actually sidetracked. Just to clarify, 100 Fahrenheit is 37.7 Celsius. I just wanted to know. So yes, basically from 37 onwards, you start having a temperature, I would call. Sorry to go back to that, but I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, where were we? Vomiting.
No, well, headache. We're on headache. So can you tell me which one's headaches? And then Mark, you can do number 4. Thomas, do you want to tell?
Your head is in pain.
Yes. Good. Okay. So Mark, now can you tell us which one is vomiting? Mark. Oh. Is Mark, no, I can't hear you. Geez. Okay, well, do you want to put the letter in this? Anyone else, maybe? Anna, you're next. Can you help us out with number 4, vomiting? Which is the correct letter?
Yes. He wrote.
I see that just happened. This is what happens when you're in a live situation, right?
All right. Vomiting eliminates from your body through mouth.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Ken, can you go ahead and do sore throat?
Sore throat. No problem with storage. What is in your mouth? The inside of your mouth hurts.
Yeah, I would say a little bit well, the back part of your mouth, but yes, that's fine.
It's not really your mouth, is it? It's
Right.
It's your throat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
without using the same word, how would you describe throat? That tube that goes from your from
Yes.
your mouth to your
Stomach,
Stomach?
whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Thomas, I think you're next then. So difficulty breathing.
You have problems with respiration.
Mm-hmm. Good. And then the last one,
I think
cough.
the explanation was actually more difficult than than the difficulty breathing personally, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. And then let's see, cough. Which one's left? You clear mucus from your throat. G. Okay, good. But yeah, these are definitely a little bit more challenging. So who was Anna? Why don't you go ahead and read this? Okay, advanced body parts. So read this, and then we can talk about this. Okay.
Okay. Advanced body parts. Picture of an outline of a body. Words to appear next to their body when clicked on. Forehead, eyebrows, eyelashes, temples, armpits, biceps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Triceps.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Knuckles,
Good.
fists,
Mm-hmm.
palms, buttocks, calves, shin.
All right, good. So lots of specific vocabulary here. Well, because I am sharing my screen, maybe I can have Thomas, the move, the one that only has his video on, help us with some of these parts if we don't know. So forehead, maybe we can try and describe where the parts of the body are first, and then if we can't figure it out, Thomas can show us.
okay. Can I just correct one of your pronunciation, Anna? Because I know you guys, particularly from Brazil,
Yeah.
always do the same thing.
Yes,
You,
please.
clicked, the ed is silent, the e is silent. You don't say click it, but you say clicked. I know that all Marco had lots of problems with it as well. Sorry, Marcos had lots of problems with it, and I think it took Roberto a long time. But this rule you can apply to anything ending with ed, as far as I know. Rebecca is now going to tell me no, that's not true. But
There are 3 cases, Thomas.
there are.
Yeah, when the ED, it depends with the consonant. So when the word ends with a K sound, for example, it clicked, it sounds like a T. Okay, so same thing happens when it's a P, for example, stop, stopped. And then we
I
have,
think my point is sorry, my point is not about, yeah, that's true, but my point is about the E.
Mhm.
It always stays silent.
No, that was my next. When the word ends, and this goes for adjectives as well, when the word ends with a D or a T, you have to make that difference. So it's an id sound. Added, for example, admitted. Okay, so those are the, and then there's the other one where it's like, there's just the D sound, for example, played, cleaned, things like that, which actually is a good pronunciation class, which I have. My agenda's not near me. Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the ED endings, and I've done classes like that before, so that's not a problem.
Cool. Anyway, you wanted me to point out all of these different things now.
Well, I'd like us to try and, if we're traveling or we're doing something we don't know how to say one of these words, how would you explain it? So I'd like to do that part first. So your forehead. For example, okay, well, if you think it's the part on your face in between your eyes and your hair. Okay, so that's somewhere we can describe it, because these, like I said, are very specific words. And it's amazing to think, you're like, oh no, I'll just point or I'll do this. What happens if you're on the phone? What do you do? Okay, there's a lot of different things we can do here. So would anyone like to try eyebrows to describe eyebrows? And hello, Alex, nice to see you. Been a long time. We're describing body parts right now. So anyone, would you like to try eyebrows? That's not going to be easy.
May I?
You can absolutely try, Anna. Go ahead.
Okay. Eyebrows are the lines made of strands of hair that you have above your eyes.
Okay, good. And I was looking very closely at that preposition, over, that you used, because until that preposition, you could have been describing the next word, eyelashes, because those are also strings of hair, basically. Okay. So good. And so eyelashes, in order to basically use what Anna, those eyebrows, the eyelashes, sorry, that caught me off guard. For eyelashes, we can say they're the hairs that are attached to the top part of your eye, for example, but something very similar. But I was paying attention to that preposition, Anna, and you did very good with that. Okay, the line of short hairs above each eye. Well, to me, that sounds like it could be eyebrows or eyelashes, right, Thomas?
No, because the eyelashes are attached to the eyelid, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, if you don't know the word eyelid.
Then it becomes a problem. But technically, they're above. Yeah, I mean they're on your. They're above your eyes on your forehead, aren't they? That's your eyebrows, and then the eyelashes, which I can't show you at the moment, so glasses on. Are those that some women attach rather a lot of importance to and paint them, I believe, in mostly black, but many other colors, and sometimes even attach fake ones too, I believe. True. And some men as well. I don't want to discriminate. and some men as well. Sorry.
Let's be modern today, Thomas. For men here too. Really, Ken?
Yes, kind of. How can I say? Shaving the eyebrow a bit, and maybe such kind of thing is very common among men nowadays.
Really?
In Japan. Yes. Maybe not before thick eyebrow. Or is like, maybe I don't know what's fashionable, but now thin eyebrow is fashionable here. So that phenomenon is happening. Yeah.
Well, that's the cough that we were talking about. Vocabulary. Thanks, Thomas, for that example.
For demonstrating it.
This is real life. Okay, so. Good. Well, thanks, Ken, for that comment. Let's move to the next one, temples, which is a little bit more difficult to explain, and I'm not even sure if I want to try to do that. So first, does everyone know what temples are? And
yes.
Oh, Mark, then would you like to describe?
Kids, I guess it's the side of the head behind your eyes.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I was just imagining that. You know, and I'm trying to imagine it as if I were a non-native speaker. So I'm trying to think, if I'm from a different country and things like that. So that was actually really good. Okay. Armpits. Anyone want to try that one?
May I?
Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
The part of your body that is under your arms, and if you don't apply deodorant, may smell bad.
Yeah, okay, very good. That was a very detailed description of armpits. Yes, where you put your deodorant, basically. So, the typical spot. I don't know if anyone puts it anywhere else, but very good. Thank you, Anna. That was good. What about biceps? Biceps. We can also do triceps there too, as long as it's.
May I?
Sure. Yeah. If no one else wants to.
Okay. Biceps is the part of your arm that the guys try to highlight when they lift weight.
Okay, good. And what part of the arm is it on? Because we have biceps and triceps.
Okay. The biceps is in front of the part that becomes bigger when you bend your arm, and the triceps is behind your arm and becomes bigger when you stretch your arm.
Good. Yep. So we can say the front is the biceps. That's kind of like the round part that you see when people, lift weights. And triceps is the back part. Okay. So very good, Anna. That was pretty fantastic. Next word is knuckles. Ken, do you want to try that one?
Yes, very good.
Knuckles. Knuckles. I think it's a arm, and in the baseball term, knuckleball exists. But yeah, kind of. How can I say? If I grip my hand, and knuckle appears.
Okay. Good. Yes.
May I?
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I guess it's a joint of a finger when your fist is closed, I guess. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's a good way to describe them as well. Idea knuckles. Yes, Popeye has big biceps, Anna. Knuckles are, yes, the joints in your fingers.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Actually, Popeye, his biceps are not big. The part that is big is the part between his hand and his elbow.
Yeah, his whole body. Yeah, that's true. Well, he's a little bit distorted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Knuckles.
Mhm.
What are knuckles?
They're the joints of your fingers.
Okay.
Does that help? So if you bend your fingers, those are your knuckles. It's the part of your fingers that crack when some people that's true. When people, was it crack your knuckles? When you make that noise. Okay, so that's what's cracking. All right, good. What about fist? What is a fist? No, there you go. Thanks, Thomas, for that example. So when you put your hand, basically make it into a ball. That's a fist. Okay. And then palms, Anyone know what Palms is? Not the tree. This is on your
I was
body.
going to say that's yeah, Palm Springs or
In Anna's picture in the background, palm
yeah,
trees.
absolutely. That's the Palms. But otherwise,
Yeah, but it's the inside of your hand.
yeah, it was the inside.
Good. Buttocks. Thomas.
I'm not answering that one. Somebody
where
else.
Not
is.
either.
sitting.
I'm not either.
Go on, Mark. You explain it to the ladies.
Well, it's kind of really tough, Australia. Okay, so it's a part of your body where the waste material excrete out of your body.
Okay, well, that's a little bit more detailed than I was thinking. Basically, where everyone, if you're sitting down, that's where you're sitting on top of your buttocks. So let's go to the next one. Calf and calves. So we have a singular and plural version. Anyone have any idea what this is? What part of your body? Oh, Anna's connection must have dropped. No one? Mark,
Sorry, where were we?
we're on calf and calves. Mark, do you know what those are? Or what part of body it is? Where? Top, bottom, middle? Ken? Alex?
It's legs or parts of legs.
Yeah. Is it the upper part of the leg or the lower part? Okay, I think Alex is passing the question on to someone else. So it's the back part of your lower leg. All right. So when people run a lot, they have big calves, for example. Okay. And then shin. Can you like that? Shin is actually the opposite. It's the front part. Okay, so we have calves in the back and your shin is at the front. And this is where people who play football or soccer put their shin pads, shin guards on their lower legs in the front.
In hockey.
I'm sorry, in hockey, yes.
I just thought I mentioned that.
No, well, yeah, I'm not super familiar with hockey, so it didn't come to mind right away. So
Bloody painful, I can tell you, when you get when somebody beats you against the shin. I used to play hockey.
sounds terrible. And hockey's a pretty rough sport, so
It is actually. It's completely. It looks all very peaceful, but it's actually a brutal sport.
yeah.
I had more injuries playing field hockey than I did playing rugby.
Wow. Well, there you go. So protection. We need to protect our bodies. Good. Well, I think this was a great activity for this part. So let's take a look at this page. And this is something very similar. So which body parts would you associate with? Okay, a headache. I think this will be pretty easy. So this obviously is head. Oops, not the A there, but a headache. Your head's involved. Is anything else involved when you have a headache?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, theoretically, your spine possibly, but I think that's pushing it a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the pain is in your head, and therefore it's a headache, an ache in your head.
Well, actually, Mark is a good one there. Temples. I didn't think of that. That's a part of the vocabulary that we were just using. So that's true. I was also told by my grandma when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old or something, that if you hold your hand out and you put pressure in between your thumb and your index finger, that's supposed to help a headache. But
yeah, I mean, all the nerves in the body are somehow connected from your feet down, whatever. So in that sense, yes. But in the literal sense of the word, the ache is in the head. And therefore the only part involved. We all work in harmony with all other parts of our body. Otherwise, we couldn't function. Our head gives signals to the feet and all sorts of stuff. But the ache is actually in the head. I think we can be fairly Certainly.
That's very true. Okay, and what about the front part of your calves? We just saw that word on the last slide. Does anyone remember what that is? The front part of your calves. Anna, yep. Oh, Anna, because your connection dropped. Anna, that's why.
Shin.
Yep. Yep, good, Ken. Shin. So that's good. Exercising in the gym. What parts of the body would you use for that?
Biceps.
Biceps is a good example. We can say triceps then too. The better question would be, which part of the body don't you use when you go to the gym? Because even we use our head, we use our brain. You have to think. Maybe you're counting. And you know, your whole body. So I would say exercising in the gym, you use everything from your head to your toes. Yeah? Okay. Good. Well, what about your eyes? What kind of parts go with your eyes? We saw at least 2 before, but there are many more. Anyone?
Brain.
Okay, well, your brain, I didn't even think about that. We did see your eyelashes, eyebrows, and then if you want to get more particular, the iris and the retina and everything else. So lots of different parts there. What about saying hello? What kind of body parts do you need to say hello?
Throat.
So
All
your
of them.
voice. It depends, I'd say.
Your mouth, your tongue, your vocal cords.
Good. I liked the vocal cords one. Maybe your hand if you're going to wave to someone. That
Or
might.
if you shake somebody's hand.
That's true. Or arms if you hug someone.
Hmm.
Good. Okay.
I think there we're going to hit some cultural differences as well, aren't we? Because people say hello in different ways. For example, some may do it very like this. We shake hands in Germany. You use pretty much a lot of your face. There's the kissing part, as Ella just pointed out. We use a lot of our facial muscles. Eyebrows, forehead, etc., etc.
No, and actually it's a really good point. I hadn't thought about that because, Ken, you probably bow, so you might use your back or, your shoulders, arms or something.
Stomach muscles.
Here in Spain, we give 2 kisses. So, we kiss on one side and then the other side.
In France, it's 3.
In
England, none.
Is it in Italy? It's also 3, if I'm right.
I think it's 2.
Really? Okay.
2. Yeah, I'm not absolutely sure. I think in France it's 3.
I know some place it's 3, and I couldn't remember where, but yeah. Well, that was actually an interesting topic, Thomas. I didn't think about that, but yeah, saying hello is quite different in in all of our countries. Me and Anna are probably the same. And guys slap each other on the back. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, they do, don't they? Not
Good.
me.
I think the next one, violence. We're just. Oh, sorry, Ken. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, it's more common than handshaking actually, but not deep bow. It's a slight bow too. Deep bow is only for the very formal situation only, like job interview or ceremony. But slightly bow and saying hi. Yeah, that's common. Yeah.
Good. Well, I can definitely say that I had my Spanish teacher visit me one time, and we went to go say goodbye. I left her at the bus station, and there was no hug. There were no 2 kisses. I was like, this is such a non-personal goodbye. Like, I don't know when I'll see her again, and I just see ya, bye, and that's it. So. Good. Well, I think number 6, we'll skip over violence because that's not a happy topic. And so we'll go to 7, an odor. So what is an odor and what parts of the body do you use?
Odor is the bad smell.
Yes.
And it is released usually armpit in the summertime.
Or feet. Feet is. Yeah, good. Anna, you said feet as well. Maybe your mouth. Your mouth can also smell bad. I'm trying to think other parts. But yeah, in general, so yeah, I would say the main one is the armpits. That's good. And then the last one is sitting down, which we did talk about before, is the buttocks, probably legs, back. Yeah, right. And I'm not going to mention everything here. It's just for the general idea. So good. Well, I think that's fine for this page. So great. Looks like we'll come down here. So now this is the unscrambling of the words. So I have to unscramble. All the letters are here. What word is this? Can anyone tell me?
Temple.
Temple. Very good. What about the second one?
Fist.
Fist.
Egg.
Yeah.
The first one is not missing an E.
Which
Oh.
one?
The first
Oh,
one.
temple. Yeah, actually, temple is missing a letter. I didn't even notice that. Temple. Yeah, it is. Interesting. Well, thank you, Anna. Miss Detective over there. Good. Good. So the second word is fists. What's the next one? The third one. Any clues? Any ideas?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. Very good. And the last one?
Buttocks.
Very good. Good. Yeah. These are sometimes difficult, but Anna, I'm really surprised that you found the E because I didn't even know, and I've seen this a couple different times now, so
Yeah.
didn't even notice. Okay, so this is now without the words. That's fine. In this, I don't think. Nope, this is a different day. So that's perfect. Maybe we'll stay here. Well, what I'd like to do is a role play situation where Thomas, you said you're really interested in. I'm going to stop showing this for a second. Hold on. So you'll see me again. There I am. Hello. Thomas, you said health was really interesting to you. It was important. Can you tell us why?
I thought we were doing a role play.
Well, sure. I mean, that's fine too. We can skip to the role play.
Well, there's several reasons. In my case, it's which is a little bit unusual. I mean, as some of you will know, I was a nurse and I was working in psychiatry. And part of physical health has an enormous effect on psychological health. And a lot of our patients, a lot of people that I treated were leading a very, very most people would probably agree is a very unhealthy lifestyle. They smoked, they took drugs, they drank alcohol, they ate far too much fat. One of the particularly I observed in schizophrenics, for example, was that they often got hooked on soft drinks like Coke, for example, and they weren't doing low sugar Coke, they were caning it. And when they were drinking Coke, you're not talking about drinking a glass of Coke, you're talking about the big mega 2.5 liter bottles. So I was part of a group, if you like, of us at work who were looking specifically, obviously after the mental health, but specifically also after the physical aspect of health. On a personal level, it's just something that interests me. I'm not a good cook, for example, but I'm interested in what foods might benefit you and what foods might not benefit you. And I like experimenting with myself in that and sort of seeing, well, if I do that for a month, what happens to my blood pressure or what happens to... So, this is kind of my interest in health, really.
All right, good. No, I was just curious. I mean, I know I knew when you said, oh, I'm interested in health, it was more directed towards that instead of the, health as far as, hey, I'm sick, I need to go, to the doctor or something. So good. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a role play. I know Anna's really excited, so we'll start with Anna, and who else would like to do the role play with her? And then we'll switch. So Anna, let's see. Probably the doctor-patient situation is probably the best one. Maybe Anna, you have a problem, or do you want to be the doctor, Anna? You can choose.
Whatever.
Okay, so no preference. Okay, who else would like to try this with her? There's only, well, there's 4 of you. There's Ken, there's Thomas too, but
Okay, may I?
yeah, absolutely. That's great. So you two, so Ken, do you have a preference? Would you prefer to be maybe the sick person, the patient, or the doctor?
I think Anna is a summer specialist for that field, so I would be a patient.
Okay. Yeah, everyone it kind of fits in there somehow. So very good. So you can start whenever. I'll mute myself, and then you can just go ahead and start.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds nice. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to my medical office. How can I help you? What's bugging you?
Yes, my one of my teeth hurt. Also, I have something in the front teeth, but it's dropped. So that's why I came here, doctor.
Would you describe the pain you've been feeling? Is it intermittent or just when you eat something cold or hot or sweet?
Yes, after that something dropped from my teeth. Yeah, I feel some ache when I drink hot something called something.
Oh, so I will need to take an X-ray. I think you will need a root treatment because
Oh,
if it is hurting when you drink something hot, probably uh, I don't know how to call in English. Uh, the part inside your tooth has an infection. Then I will use an instrument to remove your nerves, and I will feel inside your teeth with a material called coater. It's a plastic material, and then uh, after that we will fill the cavity with another material that has the same color of your teeth. Okay. By now I will just put a medication
okay.
inside your tooth. Then you have to come back next week to start the root treatment, right? Beck? Um, all right. No worries because I'm gonna give you a root canal. Yes, I'm gonna give you anesthesia now, and then with the medication I will put inside your tooth. Uh,
Yeah.
the pain will stop, but I will also prescribe ibuprofen, and you can take one every 6 hours. Okay.
I see.
Then next week I will see you again, and we will start the root canal.
Okay, so this medicine can stop my pain, my tooth pain.
Actually, your pain will stop you right after I get inside the nerve in your tooth, because I will remove it and I will put a medication uh, inside it. And those pills are to disinflammate, because it's not just for pain. It's an any Amy. It's for no, it's not antibiotic. It's anti-inflammatory. All right. It's also used for pain, but it's also anti-inflammatory. Then next week we will carry on the root canal, and in 3 sessions you will be okay. Your tooth will be all right.
So, can I ask, doctor, but if the pain is intense, I cannot consider anything. So, if you can prescribe painkiller, it would be helpful. If the intensive pain happens, can you do that?
Excuse me, could you please repeat?
Yes.
What's your-
Sometimes my tooth pain is very strong, very intense. So if you prescribe the painkiller, it'll be helpful for stop.
Yes, as I told you, I will remove the nerve, and then the pain should stop. But the medication, ibuprofen, works for inflammation and also for pain.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did it. Thank you very much.
You are
Good
welcome.
choice. Good choice of drug.
All right. Well, very good, Ken. I hope that's not a true story. And Anna, you did fantastic. Definitely up your alley for the dentist part. So good. So, Mark and Alex, would you two like to do a little role play? Or maybe, I don't know, you're on the phone and you have to describe a situation to the other person or something. Or the same as the last one, where it's the doctor-patient situation.
I can try, but it's
That's all we're asking. Yeah,
difficult.
it is, and that's where where if you don't know the specific word, you have to describe it. So there's a lot. It's pretty difficult, but it's very useful as well. So Mark, would you like to unmute yourself and participate? Do you think you're ready for this?
Just give me a sec.
Okay, no problem. All right. Well, Alex, would you like to do this challenge? And then if you want to, you can choose, would you rather be the patient, the doctor, a different situation? What are you thinking?
I want to be a patient.
Okay, good. So then we have Dr. Mark on our side. So whenever he's ready, we can start. So go ahead and think about your your injury, your problem, I should say. All right, Alex? And Mark, you can let us know when you are ready to start.
Let's start.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
ready. I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Perfect. Good. Well, I'll mute myself and you two can start.
Hello, doctor. Can you help me, please?
I can help you. What kind of problem you have? Can you tell me?
Oh, I have some ache in my back.
You got a pain in your back? Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, no worries. I will help you for sure. Can you tell me for how long have you, facing the problem in your back? Like, how long have you had this pain?
Well, I have its pain a very long time. I think 10 years, maybe more. It's because I have some curvature of my spine, and it's gives some pain in my back, and I want to improve this situation because it's not. I don't feel good anymore.
No worries. It happens with me as well. I used to have the same pain in my back for 5 years, and when I was not a doctor, my doctor said you have to do certain exercise which will help you to cease the pain. So I will ask you a few questions before I'm gonna tell you what you can do to decrease your pain and have a good life. So, So can you tell me, whenever you pick up something, like something which is heavy, does it feel like pain in the back?
Mm, no, I don't.
Okay, like let's say you are, having something in your hand which is heavy. So do you feel any kind of pain in your back?
No, I can carry some hard things, but not not feel some pain in my back. But in when they finished, I feel some pain, something.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to ask you, so do you like you work for whole day, you come to your house and you feel the pain in your whole body, right? So what I'm trying to ask you specifically, what is the, where's the pain is the maximum? Like where do you feel the maximum pain in your body?
Yes, it's part of chest.
Your back, right?
Best that chest, it's back of chest.
Okay, so what I can do, so certain things you can do to decrease the pain. I will not going to tell you that you have to eat pills, because pills are good, but they're not good enough. It will temporarily, decrease your pain, but pain will come back to you and things will not gonna work. So you will have the same pain again if you stop taking pills. So what you can do certain exercise in the morning, which will help you to decrease the pain. So what you can do, you can run for like half an hour, like kind of like jogging, or you can do yoga as well. You can meditate, or you can like wake up in the morning and move your body, like shake, 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 or push your body, and drink a lot of water as well, because if we drink a lot of water, it opens up a lot of veins which are closed, and because of which we feel pain. So you can do these things to decrease your pain.
Sorry for interruption. I heard swimming is well in my situation. It's true.
I'm sorry again, can you say that again if you don't mind?
One moment, please.
Yep,
I heard
take your time.
swimming. It's good in my situation. Is it true? Swimming.
Can you write in there if you don't mind? Because I'm sorry I can hear you properly.
One moment.
Yes, it's great. Swimming is great. Yes, you can do swimming as well in the morning. You can go for half an hour swimming and it opens up a lot of veins in your body. Yes, you can do that too. Yes.
Thank
So
you.
our point is, we are not going to take pills, because pills will decrease your pain, but it will not decrease your pain permanently. So just try to do exercises which will help you to reduce the pain.
Thank you, doctor.
Whether
I will try your recommendation.
For sure, anything in the future, just come to me and I will help you, Shastim. You
Okay.
have a great day.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you.
All right, very good. Looks like Thomas disappeared there, which is fine. We are, yeah, it was his computer, so no problem. So everyone, we're finished for today. All right. I hope this helped at least helped you understand that just because you don't know the word doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Just describe it. So that's the most important thing, is communication, not necessarily knowing the specific word. Okay, that time that comes with practice and etc. So lots to learn. But very good. That's fantastic. The next class is, I'm trying to think, what was it? I can't remember at the moment. So let me see if I have it here quick.
It's on 15th, I guess.
Okay, yep. It's going to be a conversation about effective and innovative. And what's the difference? What are the similarities? What do we think? So I might try and challenge everyone a little bit. So good. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed class. Thank you for the role play activities as well. And I hope that everyone has a good Sunday. And it's raining harder than it was before here. So I'm not leaving anymore. All
You go
right.
to church?
Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so
Oh God, I'm sorry.
now time to talk to my parents, actually. So I'm going to stop the broadcast. Everyone have a great day, and we'll hopefully see you on Wednesday.